my channel. My name is Amber and I am a mother of two. I have a 5-year-old boy and a 2, almost 3-year-old girl. And this is our first year homeschooling. Decided to put a little video together to take you guys on a tour of our homeschool room. I have been collecting homeschooling supplies for a couple years, so this isn't something that just happened. The video is a little longer than I was expecting it to be, so just bear with me, but I just wanted to show you guys kind of what we've got. And if you have any questions, leave a comment below, and I will try to answer your questions. So this is the entry to our schoolroom, and as you can see here, we have our calendar, and then we're gonna have where we sit down and do our daily weather, our seasons of the year, our colors, our color wheel, and then obviously the day yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And then these two little guys down here is my phone number and my husband's phone number, so the kids can start learning those. We've already been working on our address, and then right here when you first come in the room is our library area. So these bottom shelves, this one is my daughter's with all her princess books and her ponies and all that type of stuff. This one is my son's with all his superhero stuff. These are our little board books. Then we've got some nursery rhymes, Tales of Beatrix Potter, and then this one right here is a Noah's Ark felt book, and then you can see the little Noah's Ark thing back there. These ones are all our stories for different times of the year. So Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, those type ones. This next shelf up here has all of our stuff for our calendar, our basket of different things that we're going to do in the morning. So it has our weather pieces, our days of the week. It's got little flashcard things for the letters and rhyming, and then I've got a little thing in there for sign language. These are some poetry books, Curious George, and the Berenstain Bears, and Dr. Seuss. These are all of our little readers, like our paperback books and our hardback books, little story books, picture books. These are all Disney books from when I was little. And these are, what are those things called? They're the little Beatrix Potter books. And then we got Frog and Toad, and that one's backwards. What is that one? Oh, Little Bear books. So it's a bunch of different books like that. Most of these are from when I was little. Some of them I picked up at the library. These are all of our Bible books, and then these are all of our chapter books. So we've been reading the Little House series, and I've been picking up pieces of different books that I want to read in the future. So we've got some of the Narnia series. We're working on getting the rest of the Little House series. These are our Magic Treehouse books, and then we've got some Imagination Station books. These are our language books. So we've got our talk box, that's our Spanish first box, and then we've got some sign language books, and then some dictionaries and thesauruses and all that type of stuff. These are all science books. I had birds and frogs when I was younger, so I've kept those books so the kids can look through those. My son's obsessed with dinosaurs, so we have a ton of dinosaur books. Here we have random workbooks, and I think this one has readers in it. I think they're Bible readers, I'm really not sure. These are some Rod and Staff books that I'd picked up that I'm actually going to sell, and then I have a second Honey for a Child's Heart. I didn't realize I already had one and I bought a second one. How does that happen? And then these are, I have My Father's World, first grade here, and I have Saxon Math and 1 and 2, and then this is Pen Time and just different brain quests and stuff like that. Up at the top here, this guy has our Tapestry of Grace primer, and then these are all the books that go along with it. So I bought all of these. I bought the Tapestry of Grace primer used on the primer Facebook group, and then I went on to Thrift Books and I found almost all of these from Thrift Books. A couple of them I got from the lady I got my curriculum from, but the rest of them I got from Thrift Books. So for all the books, it was the deluxe kit basically is what I was purchasing. All the books I spent like $220-ish on. So it was way better than buying them new. This is year 1, Tapestry of Grace, year 1. And then this is Tapestry of Grace year 2 and Tapestry of Grace year 3. Then down here, we're going to be doing Sing, Spell, Read, and Write. And this is the kindergarten / level 1. And then over here, I have some Life of Fred. We have apples, and then I found fractions and decimals and percents at Goodwill for $2.50 each. I thought that was an amazing deal and I couldn't pass it up. We have some lamplighter books, and then we have the McGuffey Eclectic Readers, the first one and the second one, and then we have, over here, sorry. Then we have Teach Your Child to Read in 100 Easy Lessons. I tried Teach Your Child to Read in 100 Easy Lessons with my son, and it just wasn't for him. So we're trying Sing, Spell, Read, and Write this year. He likes songs and he likes to sing, and both my kids really like music, so I figured that would be a better fit for them. This over here has some history type stuff. We've got Usborne Encyclopedia of World History, different things I've picked up, the 50 states. This is some type of viewer that came in the mail, so I just saved it, and just different things that I picked up over the time, flashcards, and then I don't even know what all this stuff is. My mom gives me stuff sometimes. Up top here we have a butterfly habitat and praying mantis habitat, and then we've got some science stuff that we've gotten from birthdays and like from consignment sales. And then the inflatable solar system is up there. The box is up there, but the solar system is actually in my son's room. At our old house, we had it in our schoolroom, but the ceilings are too low in this house, and so we weren't able to do it here. Then this is part of our Matthew C. blocks kit, and then obviously a scale. Then over here, this is our nature shelf. Now this actual shelf, my grandma built for my mom 40 years ago, 50 years ago, I don't know how long ago it was, but it was before I was born. So, and then we have, we've been collecting pine cones and leaves and flowers and rocks and just stuff that I've had from when I was little. And then at our other house, my husband and my son found this antler, and then I had this starfish and sand dollar. I don't know where I got them from, but I've had them. Down here we have our Sing, Spell, Read, and Write letter mat or phonics mat. And last night my 2-year-old was wanting it, so we played the song about 4 times and we sang the song about 4 times. And then this is their racetrack. We are not starting with the racetrack, but I went on and put it up so it had a space. And then this bad boy is our closet, our supply closet. So we've got a painting smock there. Inside the painting, or inside the supply closet, we've got games and a container with beans in it, kinetic sand. These 2 yellow guys down there have all the Teddy Ruxpin tapes and books from when I was little. Then we've got, this guy has a puzzle that you put the little letters in the spots, and then it's got a clock for numbers. And then this is something my mom made for matching up letters. More puzzles. This is all puzzles right here. My kids love puzzles. We've got paint and craft supplies galore. I can't zoom this out, but this is all craft supplies. My kids are crafting machines. Coloring books back there, craft supplies. This is actually a shoe caddy, and I didn't have a reason for it over at this house, so it is now a craft supply holder. Up top, we've got our dice and dominoes and cards. Games up top. These little bins came in a storage thing for like wrapping paper or whatever that my mom had. Somebody broke the container, so she just had the little bins. And I was like, well, we can use those for some type of science something, so we'll figure that out. Here we've got paper. This is story paper, construction paper, cardstock, photo paper, cardstock, drawing paper, that drawing doodle paper. This has paint supplies in it, paint supplies, eyeballs, and my laminator that I got from Walmart a couple years ago for $14. And then I'm holding on to some containers that I have some of my manipulatives in boxes, but at some point I'm probably gonna have to resell them. Oh, down here we have big papers and cardboards and watercolor paper. Then we have my big books. I'm gonna donate some of those to our local library. And then over here we have butcher block paper and blocks. And then, all right, so over here we have our Kallax shelves from IKEA. So this is the rocket that my son asked for his birthday, and it's a propulsion rocket, and I haven't gotten this stuff to actually mix together so that we can shoot it off yet, but he already decorated it and he's super excited about it. My speaker, because I saved all my stuff from when I was younger, so now I have a tape deck and a CD player and a radio, and so I just have that over there because, you know, sometimes things come and they're cassettes and we just roll with it. All these boxes have our math manipulatives, and these ones have letter tiles in them. These are our lacing boards. That one has, what has that one? This one has, oh, this is preschool stuff. So this has little felt pieces that she can lace onto straws, and it has our color fish game. They got little fish bowls. Somebody got something out of it and didn't put it back. Got this from Walmart a few years back. Each one, there's different fish bowls, and you spin the wheel and they have to tell you what color it is and match it up. And then this I saw on Facebook, I believe, and it's just a pill bottle, and it's got little pom-poms in it, and it's got little felt pieces on top, and they have to match up the colors. And this is something my mom made for my nephew. They're little popsicle sticks with pieces of felt, and they're arrows, and then the arrow, I'm not gonna actually put the right one together, but so it's got the math problem, and then he has to figure out what the answer is. So obviously this is gonna be 2, but then he can slide it on, and it's a math problem. So up here, oh, these are flashcards. Some of this stuff I don't even use, I probably won't use. These are retelling cards I got from a local teacher selling Facebook group, and my son actually enjoyed them last year, so we're probably gonna do those again. These are little books, the letter books that I printed off of the Measured Mom, and I printed them all, and we've hardly used them because somehow he learned his letters without them. Imagine that. Those are heavy. This has our pattern blocks in it. There is a ton of them. And then this is got all these online. So it's tangrams. And then in the back is the pattern block ones. So I keep that with those, and the kids will get those out and do those sometimes. This one, geoboards. We did Saxon Math Kindergarten last year, and a lot of this stuff is from that. The Unifix cubes. These ones I bought from the same lady, that local teachers selling group. And then these ones came with the My Father's World. Oh, there's a bird. The My Father's World first grade that we bought used. This is our teddy bears. I got this used from the same teachers group. Found these. I think this is the Measured Mom too. Yeah, the Measured Mom. And these are just pattern recognition. And then these I made because he was, I think he was 3 when I first got these. So he was still learning his numbers and he was having a hard time with it. So I got the bingo markers and I wrote the number, and then I wrote out the number, and then I put a dot for the size bear that I wanted him to put. And he would match them up. And I love these. Those go in there. These little guys, and all these boxes are from IKEA too. These have our magnetic letter tiles, or our magnetic letters. These are our magnetic letter tiles. Got these used from the same teacher. She's a retired teacher and she sells teaching supplies on Facebook. And these are just regular letters, and then a word ladder phonics tiles. He was asking me about these this morning. He hasn't seen those. We've never used them yet. And he hasn't seen them in over a year, but he asked me this morning about the green bag that he was not allowed to play with. And I thought that was so funny that he remembered. These are little puzzles that my mom got the kids for Easter a couple years ago. I thought that they were like pattern blocks, but they are not, because they only go in there a certain way. And yeah, they're kind of difficult at first. The kids are starting to get them. We just opened them up the other day. Little markers, colored markers, the clocks, and then the little square pieces, and then extra clocks from the dollar store. These are all stuff that we got for our Saxon Math. We didn't use all that because we didn't finish the curriculum. These are tangrams. So, I haven't labeled all of this stuff yet, but I love these boxes because it keeps everything so nice and organized, and it gives the kids a spot to put everything back to. All right, we did this one, lacing boards. These are my daughter's favorite. So she actually has the lacing boards in here. But then she's got the lacing beads, and she makes necklaces with them, and she just loves them. And I got the lacing beads from the same lady, and there's a ton of them in there. Like, for real. A ton. They smelled like cigarettes when we first got them, but that was like over a year ago, so they actually smell a lot better now. I had to let them air out. This is Play-Doh. Our little computers that were hand-me-downs from my niece and my nephew. The kids love them. This one was a hand-me-down. This one we got when Atticus was like a year old, and he loves it now. And Iris loves it too. She's only 2. These are a little felt game book, and then this one's a learning book. And this one's kind of cool. I got this one from Target. It was like $1. So it's got the little felt pieces. I think we're missing one to do your colors and your shapes. Tie your shoe. We were working on that the other day. The clock, and then buttons. This button tree was the worst because the button hole on the apples was too small and the kids couldn't ever button it. But this has, I got this from that lady, and it has games in it. Tic-tac-toe. I think this is a memory board, checkers, and a picture puzzle. I don't understand this picture puzzle. It's like pieces of a face, but it doesn't make a face. I don't understand it. But the kids like to play with them, so they know that goes back in there. Some of this stuff is mommy's stuff. So this is my sticker box. They don't get in this box. They don't know what's in there now because it used to be in the drawer in my desk. And this is Bible trivia. They're little card games that I got from the dollar store. Bible Hearts, Memory Match, Bible Heroes, Go Fish, ABCs, Shapes and Colors, just different card games. Build a Word. This has sight words on it. We're not doing sight words, so who won't really use that? Puzzle cards, a matching game. So there's that. And then down here, readers. Bingo, alphabet bingo. We haven't played that yet, but Iris is learning her alphabet, so we'll be able to play it all together soon. A ton of readers, Bob books, the Leap Pad thing, all kinds of books. So I wanted to make some room on my bookshelf, so I put all that there. Matthew C. entry blocks. I think that's what they're called. This is funny. This is my cassette tapes and stuff from when I was little, and our VeggieTales video cassettes and our Adventures in Odyssey video cassettes that we got free from our old church. So then we've got our whiteboard, our globe, our inflatable globe from the dollar store, our pencil sharpener. We've got our essential oils diffuser over there. Up here, we've got a microscope that I got from a consignment sale, and I can't figure it out. I can't get it to work, so I have to like change the batteries or the light or something. I have to figure it out. Back in the back, there is a dinosaur, I think it's a dinosaur dig. It's a fossil dig type thing. And then my piranha, some seashells, some acorns that we collected the last week that we were at our old house. So I've got them all in a jar up there. Pine cones from our old house, a jar of gemstones, our anthill that my husband says we'll never use, but I'll figure it out. Our dry erase board, I think I've already said. That little guy back there, that is a treasure box, and it has a treasure hunt game in it, and it's little things. I'll get it out and read them. They're so fun. My son wants to play it all the time. Okay, so he wants to play this all the time, and it's got little things, and you hide these around the house. So this one says, towels, washcloths, nice clean sheets, they're all inside me folded neat. So this would obviously lead you to the linen closet. And then you would do, here's a hint to find your next clue, just give me a twist, doors will open for you. So this will lead you to a doorknob somewhere. So you just leave them all over the house, and then there'll be a prize at the end. He loves it. We've played it like twice. Now this area over here is all for mommy's stuff. So I have some CDs, audio CDs like for audiobooks, music, classical music. I have our little cups with our money in it from Saxon Math, kindergarten. These are our books that we're going to be using. We're starting school on Monday. So we've got our Matthew C. primer, I think that's how they say it, the Tapestry of Grace primer, and then the Sing, Spell, Read, and Write. And then these are just, I don't even know what's in all of those. I'd have to go back and check. And then just stuff down here that I have, books I'm reading, Accountable Kids. The kids do Accountable Kids accountability boards, and it is an awesome program. I'll make a little video on it one day, but basically it's got like cards and stuff that you put on the board, and it helps them to do their daily responsibilities. The other, Honey for a Child's Heart, Charlotte Mason Education. This Able to Teach, I'm pretty sure that came from one of my husband's classes when he was in seminary. This one, When Children Love to Learn. And then our printer, I'm going to get a continuous inking system for it. I saw somebody had it on one of their homeschool room tours, and I loved it. I loved the idea of it. Our computer with our VHS player. So our monitor is not a monitor, it's a TV, and it hooks to our Mac Mini, and it hooks to the VHS player. So we can watch VHS or use it as a computer or use it as a DVD player because of the computer. Love it because sometimes when you check things out from the library, they only have it in VHS, and it works. All right, number chart, decorative storage. All those books up there are Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys. And I saw somebody else turn their books backwards, and I thought it was really cute, so I did it too, and I liked how it turned out. This is an embroidery that my grandma's sister did, and my mom gave it to me. She didn't have a place for it, and she said that it would be really cute in the schoolroom, and I agreed. And it has all the flowers of all the states on it, and I think it's super cute. This is our little computer for the kids. That is a computer that we bought used to use for us, and within a week it crashed. Don't buy things used on Facebook. Used electronics like that on Facebook. I bought it from the lady, and she showed me that it worked, and it worked for a little bit. Anyway, my stepdad fixed it, and now it is the kids' computer. He does Teacher Monster to Read on it, and that is all he's able to do on it right now because we don't let him play on it very much. The desk situation is my favorite. These are the Alex's from IKEA, and Atticus has one, Iris has one, and I have one. And if we wanted to, we could put a fourth one over there and pull it out, and there could be 4 spots at the desk. These tops are the Linmon tops. There's 2 of them. And the reason Iris has this little plexiglass thing there is because you can see is that this is where they're joined. And so in order for her to be able to write and not have whatever go into the hole, I have that little plexiglass there for her, which works out great because I just tape stuff to the bottom of it, and so she doesn't move her stuff around. So she's got her A to Z phonics placement, song placemat, and then she's got her letter strip. The other side of that strip, I got that from that same lady. The other side of the strip has the cursive letters on it. And then she's got a little sticker paper that I've taped to the desk. He's got one too. He decided he wanted to draw on it. He X's things out when he doesn't like what he's done. So he's got his number or his letter strip, and then his song placement, phonics song placemat. The carousel we got from Michael's. We were able to use a 50% off coupon. I think it's got drawers that we keep glue in. I haven't figured out what to hang on these yet. Colored pencils, crayons, markers, scissors, more drawers. I tried to get glue in them. I don't know if that one's empty. I had it full, and the kids just were not ready for it to be full yet, so I just put a little bit of stuff in at a time. Under the desks, there is, because I don't have the 4th one set up, there's storage over there. Actually, there's storage over there, and I have a filing cabinet over there, so it's more for mommy. But I use it, the middle part, for storage. Then out of our window, because we're on the bottom floor, we have our daylilies, And then we have our bird feeder, and birds come, and like I said just a minute ago, a bird came to the feeder and knocked against the window. We have cardinals and all kinds of birds, and we've been learning about them. We've got 2 female cardinals that we know of, and we've got about 3 or 4 male cardinals. And we had a nest outside it was a cardinal's nest, and the birds hatched, but it was like not even a week later the birds were gone, and they weren't old enough to go away, so I think something ate them. Continuing on, so up here we have, this is from IKEA, and it's a curtain rod. It's not a rod, but it's a curtain string wire, and it's got the little clips on it, and those are also from IKEA. And so we just hang up art that we do up there. And then this is my great-grandma's, this is the piano that my grandma bought for my sister when we were younger. So this thing's been in our family for like 40 years, but the piano guy came out and tuned it and everything for me. The first time it's been tuned since it's been in our family. And he said it's well over 100 years old. And I had painted it, and I'm not done with it. I have to do another coat, and then I'm gonna distress it, and then I'm gonna do a clear coat over it, and then I'm gonna do something with the bench. We have a candy machine. Does not have candy in it. Right now we've got pencils with pencil erasers in it. Up here I've got some cardinal feathers that we found, a moth, and I just put those up there. This guy, I don't know what I'm gonna put in him, but he'll probably stay there. And then some file folder hanging rack thing. And then over here we have our library bag, our Elvis library bag that my mom brought us from Graceland. Back here we have another whiteboard, and that's it. That's our schoolroom.